Hello everyone and welcome back to another SolidWorks video. In today's video we're going to be doing some more examples as a continuation on of what we worked on last time. So let's go ahead and take a look at the PDF again, and I'm going to start with sketch 4. So taking a look at this sketch, it looks to also make use of a lot of symmetry like some of the past few parts. So I think it makes sense to start with this circle on the origin and go from there. So let's go ahead and open up a new part file, and I'm going to start with a sketch, and I'm going to select the front plane. So I think I'm going to put in 2 lines of symmetry, a horizontal line, and a vertical line as well. Okay, so it looks like when I first clicked, I wasn't quite vertical with the center line. That's okay. I can go ahead and draw it, make sure it's got the vertical relation, and now I'm just going to put it right on the origin. So select the line, hold down Control. I'm just going to select midpoint, and that'll grab the midpoint of that center line. If I ever want to adjust the length of the center line, I just grab the end lines and drag it to whatever length I need it to be. All right, so starting with a sketch, I'm going to start with 2 circles on the origin, like that. And so it looks like the inner circle has an inner diameter of 60 and an outer diameter of 90. Okay, so that'll get us started. I'm just gonna extend these lines out, just left click on them and drag them out like so. So I'm gonna start with a line that runs from this point down, over, down, over, up, over, down, over, up. All right, just like that. All right, let's go ahead and start adding in some dimensions. So it looks like I've got a dimension of 70 from this line down to this line. Okay, that's going to change my shape a little bit. So I'm just going to put my sketch back into the kind of shape that I want it to be in. So pull this up, left click, pull this up as well, and pull this up as well. You kind of want to keep it in the proper shape as you go about adding in dimensions and relations. So I'm going to go ahead and keep adding in some dimensions. So this one, I'm going to go 20. This is 25 as well. And then I've got a distance of 200 here. So I'll go 200. And then I've got 5 from here to here. Okay. So let's start adding in a little bit of some relations to try to make sure we're holding our shape. So I've got symmetry from this line, about the center line. So I'll left click this line, hold down Control, select this line and the center line, and I'll add in the symmetric relation. I'm going to make this line and this line equal to each other, and then I'm going to make this line and this line collinear, put them in line with each other. Okay, so let's see what else do I think I need. I think I need to make this line and this line equal, and that fully constrains our sketch. So now I'm just going to trim it up, get rid of this junk here and this junk here. So now I've got it in the right shape, but if I take a closer look at the drawing, I've kind of got these rounds here. That's those are sketch fillets. So I got one there, there, and there. So I've got 4. So I'm gonna come up here, hit OK, and I'm gonna select sketch fillet. So I'm gonna put one like this line and this line, and I'm gonna make this 4. Now I can add in multiple segments under the one sketch fillet. So I'll select this line and this line as well. Yes, it's okay. And I'll select this line and this line and this line and this line. Yes, I do. And looks good to me. I hit OK. And now my sketch is complete. Alright, moving on, let's take a look at our next sketch. So sketch 5. So this one also makes use of a lot of symmetry as well. And it's also going to make use of the tangent relationship here as well, connecting this straight line to this arc right here. So let's go ahead and give this one a shot. So I'm going to go and save this one. So example 4. And let's open up a new part and give it a go. So I'm going to start with a center line that runs through the origin like that, and I'll do a vertical one as well. And I'm going to start by creating a circle here and a circle here. Okay. Now it looks like I've got a diameter of 12 in the middle and 20 on the outside, so I'll go ahead and put those in. Okay. Now I've got some lines that extend out, so I'm going to create the outer part of the shape and then start adding in dimensions and relations after the fact. So I'm going to select a line here. I'm going to just kind of start it on the outer part of the circle, draw it out like this, over, down, 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 over, down, over, and then reattach it to the circle. So if I draw the line, I can get it to object track in a tangent relation. Let's see if I can get that. There we go. So I got the coincident and the tangent relation going in automatically. So that's good. We want that. All right, let's start working our way through this. So if I take a closer look at this line, I don't have the, it looks like, oh, I do have the tangent relation already in there. So if I didn't have that tangent relation there, I would have to go ahead and add it in. So I'm going to just show you how to do that real quick. So I'm just going to delete that, left click on it, delete it. So I can just kind of drag this line along this outer part of the circle. I don't want it to look like that. I want it to be tangent. So I'm going to kind of position it to where I want it to be. And then I'll click on the line, hold down control, select the circle, and I'll select tangent right there. That's what I want. All right, let's keep working our way through this. So I'm going to start adding in some symmetric relations. So this line, and the center line are going to be symmetric. I'm going to drag this line out all the way. And then I've got some, I'm going to make this and this collinear. This and this are going to be symmetric as well. Okay, so let's add in some dimensions. I've got a dimension of 40 here. I've got a dimension of 80 from here all the way to here. Okay, let's take a close, let's keep looking. I've got 20 here. Oops, had too many things selected. So 20 there. And then I've got 60 from here to here. Okay, so let's see, this line needs to be the same length as this line down here. Make that equal. Alright, so if you look closer at the drawing now, I've kind of got this arc shaped here. So I'm going to go ahead and just put in a 3-point arc and use the trim entities tool to try to clean it up. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come up here, click the drop down, select 3-point arc. I'll select this point, and kind of drag it out here. So if you notice there's a little point appearing right in the middle of the circle. I can kind of drag that out until it's overlaying that line, and it's going to automatically put in the tangent relations that I want between this arc, this line, and down here as well. So now I can make use of trim entities, clean it up. There we go. That's what I want. So now I'm almost there. So I got a few holes that are here and here. So I'm going to put those in. So I got a line there, and I got one there. I got one here, and I got one here. Alright, so I've got a few things I need to add in. So if I take a closer look at this drawing, looks like the first one is 10 down from the top, so I'll put that dimension in. So I'll select Smart Dimension, this origin, this line, make this 10. Okay, and I'm going to put this point and this point, holding down Control, horizontal with each other. And it looks like this one is 10, and the distance between the two are, well, let's dimension it right from the drawing. So I'm going to delete this dimension, so I'll right click on it, click delete, and I'm going to put in 30 from here to here. And the diameter of the circles is 10, so we'll do 10. And I'm going to put in an equal relation with all of them. So I'll select this one, hold down Control, select this one, and this one. And I'll make them all equal to each other. Just like that. And I'll do the same thing for the bottom. So it's 10 from here to here. 10 here as well. 30 here. And they're in line with each other, so I'll put in a horizontal relation. So now all I still have to do is to trim up the last bit of junk that I don't need. So I'm going to get this and this, and so I zoom in, it looks like I got a little bit of the arc left that I don't need, so I'll get rid of that, and I'll get rid of that. There we go. Now my contour goes dark. So I'll go ahead and I'll save this one. Save as example 5. And let's move on to the next one. So this next one, sketch 6, this one's also going to take use. You make use of symmetry about a vertical center line, and it's also going to incorporate some angle dimensions as well. So let's go ahead and give this one a go. So I'm going to go File, New Part, and I'm going to start with a sketch. I'll grab the front plane, and I'm going to put in a center line. So draw one like so. Okay, so far as I've been doing these drawings, they're called out on millimeters on the drawing. I've been doing them all inches. But if I want to go ahead and put it into millimeters now, so I'm just going to come down here to this bottom right, select millimeter, and sketch it all in millimeters now. So it backed me out of the sketch. So if I want to go back into editing the sketch, I come over to my feature tree, right click on it, click edit sketch, and I'm right back in it. So let's start going. So I'm going to put 2 circles in on the origin. Add in some dimensions. So it looks like I've got 25 on the inner and 30 on the outer. Okay, just like that. Now I'm going to draw the basic frame of the shape. So I'm going to grab this point here and draw down, out, out, over, over, over. So if you notice, it's object tracking a few things. So if I kind of draw outward like this, it's guessing that I want a perpendicular relation, which is what I ultimately want. But I'm going to put that in after the fact. So I'm just going to, oh, it's guessing I want an arc. I don't want an arc. I'll need escape because it's doing some funky stuff. So I'll go back into the line, select this point, draw outward, draw it out so it's not guessing any kind of relation I want, and I'm going to draw it back up to here and close it out. Now I'm going to go start adding in relations that I wanted to have. So the first things first, I'm going to put in a angle of 135 here, and I've got 12.5 here, and I've got a perpendicular relation between this line and this line. So I'll select this line, hold down Control, select this line, put in the perpendicular relation. I'm going to do the same thing here, just like that. And I want to put in a vertical relation with this line as well. Okay, very good. So let's keep adding in some relations. So I've got this line and this line of equal length. I've got a dimension of 25 from here to this point. And this point, and this point are horizontal with each other. So I need to put in a dimension of 60 from here down to here. Alright, now this kind of crisscross, I don't want it to be like that, so I'm just going to pull it out like that and kind of get it into the shape that I want it to be in. And I've got a dimension of 35 from here down to here. There we go. And I need to put in 135 here. Alright, now I'm almost done. So I think I need to put in a dimension that puts this point and this point in line with each other. So I'm going to use the horizontal relation. So I'll select this point and this point, horizontal, and that fully constrains the sketch. Now it's got to clean up a little bit of the extra junk. So this, and there we go. I've got a finished part that's fully constrained, all black and filled in. So I'll save this, and I'll move on to my last example. Name this example 6. Alright, now this last one seems pretty straightforward. Looks like I might want to start on the origin, start this sketch on the origin here and dimension off of that. And then I've got in some sketch fillets at the end. So let's knock this one out real quick. So File, New Part, Sketch, Front Plane. And this is also going to be a millimeter, so I'll change that right now. And I'm just going to start with the basic outline. So up, over, down, nope, not arc, over, cross, down, over, down, over, down, and close. Okay, so let's start adding in some dimensions. So I've got a dimension of 30 here. I've got a dimension of 25 from here to here. I've got 20 here. And then I've got 5 here. Okay. Now I've got 22 here. I've got 36 from here to here. And then I've got 44 from here to here. Okay, now I've got let's see, 4 from here to here. I've got 10 from here to here, and then I've got 16 from here to here. Here we go. Now I just got to add in the fillets. So I got, let's see, they're all 1.5. So I've got one here and here. Oops. So this is too big to fillet, so I'm going to put it 1.5 in now. And then I'm going to select this line. There we go. It'll let me do it. This line and this line. And this line and this line. And, yep, just those 3. Hit OK. And I've got my finished part. Alright, so that's going to do it for this lecture. Go ahead and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe for more content such as this. And I'll see you in the next video. Later. Bye-bye.